How's it going, everyone? My name is Blizzard and welcome back to another Minecraft Handbook. And you might notice a couple of changes. Not much has really happened. We did a couple hour long live stream and we crossed over 400 subscribers, which I'm really proud of. And you can see some enemies burning off in the distance and some spiders waiting to come eat our brains. But today's video is not about mobs. It is about how to get the precious, most delicious ores in the world, and those are diamonds. And once we get those diamonds, we're gonna talk about what exactly you should be focusing on with your priorities on how to use them and everything like that. But first we need to figure out how to get them, so I'm gonna meet you guys down in the mine. Before we head down there, like I mentioned last episode, we want to do some preparations. So you can see I added another chest, and I did some wood gathering on off camera on a stream. And so what we can do is put just a bunch of this stuff away. All we need to do is kind of keep some food on us. We can put all our farming supplies away. We need some torches and some extra wood just in case, because you never know. Bring an extra pickaxe. We'll probably make another pickaxe if we have enough iron on us, which we don't currently. So we're just gonna put some of this stuff away, all the stuff that we don't really need. We can go ahead and actually cook up the last 3 pieces of iron because we're pretty set on coal right now. We don't need to worry as much about maximizing our coal usage, I guess you could say. We want to bring crafting table with us. You don't need it if you're bringing the wood with you, but it's always good to have spare on you. We're going to bring torches. We're going to keep the sticks in our inventory. We're going to keep the coal on hand. We're going to bring about a half a stack of that. And we have some food. We're going to keep a shovel on us. We're going to put the axe back with the wood. We can take this and we can make another shovel because we don't have enough for a spare pick and we already have 2, so it looks like our shovel's about to break too, so we might want to focus on that. So we're going to move the food close to us, but we're going to have the sword a little bit closer. We're going to have all our torches in our right hand actually, so we can move this even closer. And now we're just going to head down in the mine. And here we are. If you remember in the last episode, we discussed on what level you're supposed to be mining, or should consider mining anyways. We're going to go ahead and light this area up. And this is really cool, having some randomly generated gravel. If you want to try and attempt to clear it all out, make sure you're not standing underneath it. You can actually just place a torch or break a piece and it'll cause block updates around them all. And so you can see it kind of freed up a little area here. Sometimes there'll be caves over here. Sometimes it'll just be random little holes from where the gravel was beforehand. And you'll see there was redstone over here actually, if we can just dig this out. And you see my shovel broke already, so we can go ahead and dig it up. And so what's great about redstone is you can use it to build all your contraptions. It's a power conductor basically, so it's basically like a wire in real life. And it drops in multiples, it doesn't just drop in one piece when you mine it up, so that's good. You'll never run short of that usually. And ooh, we have a cave here, cave system. And there's some lapis right there. That's good for enchanting when we get to that. But right now we're talking about diamonds. So what we want to do, step away from the caves for a minute. We'll come back to those later on. And we're going to go back to our main spot so we're not too far away when we start. Right here is good. If we hit F3, we're on Y level 12, it says. So we're going to dig. What I like to do is dig kind of a little room to start off with. So I'm going to dig a little 2x3 room. I just like to keep myself oriented when I'm doing this, so I can always come back to a place and figure out where the way up is, rather than having just a bunch of mines in a bunch of different directions. And you can see even by just clearing out this room, we're already coming up on some ores and some resources that we can use. And so here's where we can discuss some mining strategies. So the first one is the one I usually go to. That's just the regular old strip mine. And what you do is just dig one by 2 hole, and you just keep going for as long as you want. You place a torch every so often so it doesn't get too dark, and you just keep going for a little while until your heart's content. And the next one is this one. It's a little bit more interesting. It came out when the mechanic of swimming happened, and so you can take a trapdoor if you don't have elytra, like we don't have elytra yet, so you can place a trapdoor here, and if you stand right in front of it, you can actually click it, and you can see we went down to 1 block high. We're actually, if we hit F5, we're actually kind of swimming. You can see us like swimming here, down in swim mode. So as we're swimming, we can dig like this, and this is a little bit faster of a method, It prevents most mobs from spawning. I think it's every mob actually. And you uncover 5 surfaces every time you break a block. So when you break this one, you're uncovering the left, top, right, and bottom, and the one behind it. So this is faster technically than the traditional strip mine. I just don't like it because I am going to fall in lava most likely, and it is slow to run back and forth. So personally, I'm more of a throw person, and I prefer being able to just run and walk freely. So what I'm going to do is strip mine most of them, but this is a second option right here. And the third option is similar to a strip mine. It is a strip mine basically, but what you do every so often, you'll dig little holes. They're kind of like poke holes here, and you can see off in every direction, and that's the same concept of the swim mining, except when you're doing this, you're uncovering 5 surfaces once again every time you uncover a block, and then you can uncover all these in a different direction. And so usually people do it like every other block or every 3 blocks so that they can always uncover new surfaces rather than seeing the same blocks, just different sides. And our pickaxe broke fairly quickly, so we might want to pick up with mining as soon as possible. So these are the 3 different kinds of mining techniques. These are the 3 simple ones anyways. There's a lot of different kinds of mining techniques and different strategies to get diamonds the fastest. What I like to do is just stick to regular old 2-high strip mines because they go fairly fast. I used to do things where you would go 3 blocks high, but I think it just saves time if I can just run 2 blocks high every couple blocks. And you uncover a lot of stuff. I think you uncover more and you're more thorough when you do 2-high strip mines. And I think it's just more opportunities to get diamonds. So I'm going to stick with this and I'm just going to keep going. And right now I think I'm going to do an hour-long time lapse. I might put some music in the background. I might talk over the background, just kind of discuss what's going on. I don't know, but I'm going to go mine for like an hour or so, and I'll come back once we have diamonds. Once again, I'll stick to this 2-high mining, and I'll just kind of start new tunnels whenever I need to. And I'm going to build a chest or 2 down here just to come back and dump all my resources, and then we can come back and just check on what we've collected in the past hour to show you that this isn't exactly impossible. You just got to stick to it. So, where have I been? It's actually been about 2 weeks or so since I've recorded this video. It's been a little while. With everything going on, I've had to kind of catch up on school, and I've been worried about a bunch of different things, like whether I'm either going to graduate or not, because it's my senior year in high school, and I'd be going to college next year, and I might not have passed English if I don't do all of this work. So that's one excuse I could use as to not uploading. I don't know, I've just been focusing a lot on school and a lot on just figuring things out. As you guys might have seen, I started a second channel to talk about, or not talk, play games anyways, to play games there, and that weren't Minecraft related, that I could start my own kind of second branch off of gaming and make some variety content rather than just Minecraft. That lasted for like a month and a half. The videos are still up if you want to go watch them. I can leave a link down to my second channel in the description. I don't upload there much anymore. I don't know if I'm going to go back to it. I feel like I just kind of had to get that out of my system, I guess. Because that's something I always wanted to do as a kid, was be a YouTuber. Not necessarily be locked down to one game. But ever since I hit 400, I kind of took a step back from YouTube and like looked around, look at what I had, look at like the opportunities and everything that I'd been doing up to this point to get here. So I kind of like, I want to take this opportunity to work on growing this channel and growing this community, whether it's the community I want in air quotes or not. I still appreciate every single one of you, and so with this, I'm going to stick to this channel mainly. I'm going to work on Minecraft. I'm going to work on helping people because I've been playing Minecraft for years. I feel like there's so much I could give back to the community, and I would just be throwing it away if I went to different games and just completely left Minecraft in dust. So I think personally I'm going to stick to this Minecraft channel for a while at least. Maybe sometime down the road I'll switch it up and I'll kind of change up my content, do some, I don't know, maybe some like meme review or something like that. But I don't know. That's all the time I have really to talk about it. just to get the situation. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments or reach out to me on Twitter. I respond as fast as I can. But anyways, let's get right back into the video, guys. From our little mining excursion, and well, from an hour, just over an hour of mining, we got a whopping 20 diamonds. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, especially considering when you play with a maxed out in diamond enchanted pickaxe per se. You usually end up with somewhere between a half a stack to a stack of diamond ore, depending on the day. You might get really unlucky and get a stack of diamonds in like an hour, or you might get no diamonds within an hour. It's happened before. There's been people on the server I actually play on and host that they've gone days without getting diamonds. And usually that doesn't happen, so you don't have to worry about that. If you're just mining regularly, this is a fair amount to get. Usually you'll end up somewhere between 8 and 16 diamonds, I want to say, with just iron pickaxes in about an hour. I usually spend about 2 or 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours mining sessions, just mining, because diamonds are a priority, and when they run out, they run out. They don't run out frequently once you're all set up, because you usually have quite a few, but they do run out, and they do take time to collect. And you do get other resources too, so this is what you can expect, minus the other probably half a row of cobblestone I had to leave behind because my inventory was full over and over again. But these are usually the amount of resources you can expect, plus the iron you get out of this. So now we can talk about what to do with your diamonds and how to prioritize them and the different kinds of projects that you want to focus on when you acquire your first diamonds. Now that we've grabbed most of the useful things, let's head back up to the surface and talk about what to prioritize your diamonds on. Now that we've sorted between the important and the unimportant ores, we can take our diamonds and we'll talk about them for a second. So for your first diamonds, they're very valuable. They're sometimes very misused. And so really what we need to do is focus on less about the armor side of things and more about the practical side of things, because you can always wear iron armor and use iron tools, but diamonds are irreplaceable sometimes, depending on how long you spend mining. So if we look this up here, we don't have it in our crafting table, but an enchanting table is something that's very valuable. It takes 2 diamonds to make, and that's something we want to set aside for later, so we're going to keep those 2 diamonds to the side. We're going to want a diamond sword, but not just yet. First thing we want to do actually is get some sticks and make a diamond pickaxe, because even though you can make a nether portal technically without a diamond pickaxe, you still need it to get obsidian in most ways to make an enchanting table, and those will come very much in handy later on. So our first diamond pickaxe, this thing is beautiful. Okay, and then the next thing you want to do usually is start yourself off with a diamond sword. That's probably the second thing I would do. So now that you have these 3 things set up, the enchanting table, diamond pickaxe, diamond sword, it's really your choice on what you do with them. I'm going to go with a diamond shovel and then a diamond axe to kind of complete the tool set, because those things are the most important to me. Then I'm going to look at myself and I'm going to replace this chest plate with a diamond chest plate, because that provides the absolute most protection. So if I were to, you get the enchantment to cover me with diamonds, which is just to make diamond armor. If I were to put this on, you'll see I'll get 4 bars. If I were to put this diamond chest plate on, I believe it gives you 5 bars. Yep, so it gives you a whole extra bar of protection, and this is going to come in handy later on. It's just, it looks so good. Look at it. And then you have whatever diamonds you have left to kind of throw in your unimportant chest, your throwaway chest to burn on later on. And so now what we need to do is either go look for a lava pool and create obsidian that way, or we can go underground and create obsidian. And now obsidian comes from when you turn lava sources into solid blocks by putting water on them or putting water next to them. And the simplest way to do this is probably go back in the mine you just dug, because I guarantee there will be obsidian on there. So after we get a quick fresh breath of fresh air, we're gonna head back down into the mine and go get some obsidian. While you're mining obsidian, just be patient because each obsidian takes quite a long time. I'm not exactly sure how long it is, I'll have to look that up, but you can see that when we mine our first obsidian, we get the enchanting table in our crafting recipes, which is a very big step. So we're going to grab about, I'd say 20 obsidian just to be safe. We only need 4 plus 10, technically, for the Nether Portal and the enchanting table. So that's 14 pieces, but I'm going to grab 20 just in case because you never know. For the enchanting table, we're going to need a book, which means we're going to need to get some paper, which we can get from sugarcane. 3 pieces of sugarcane makes 3 pieces of paper. So if you just grab a piece of sugarcane from what we found earlier, or if you haven't yet, feel free to go look around for some sugarcane because it grows practically everywhere now. Lately it's been growing a lot more frequently around the place. So if you just grab some sugarcane, grab yourself some leather, you can go ahead and make a pieces of paper, and then you put those 3 pieces of paper any way you want. You can put it like this, however you want. You just grab yourself a book, you put it right on top, and then you want to make like an upside down T shape. And you take the 2 diamonds you set aside from earlier and you put them on the sides, and you get yourself an enchanting table. So this enchanting table is special in that it lets you power up your tools basically so that you can mine faster, you can do more damage, it protects you more. Basically all the good stuff comes from an enchanting table. So we're going to plop it down right here, and I'm going to show you that if you put a tool in here, you get offers for enchants, and these offers will increase as you get more bookshelves and put around them up until level 30 enchantments. You can see right here, level 1, level 2. And level 30 enchantments used to take all 30 levels, as did any other level enchant, but from updates, now a tier 1 enchant from the top line will take 1 level, and then 2 levels, and then 3 levels. And that's basically all it is. No matter what level enchant it is, it only takes up to 3 levels, so that's good to know. Now we're going to grab ourselves some flint, which we have from breaking gravel. It drops from time to time, and then you can take a piece of iron and you put them together and you get a flint and steel. This can go together any way you want to. And so with that flint and steel, we're going to come around back here and we're going to make ourselves a nether portal. Now the way we make the smallest nether portal is a 2 by 3 high structure. And so you don't need the corners actually. Some people think you need the corners and others just makes it look better. But you don't need the corners. You can just put 2 here on the floor, then you put 3 for the walls. Oh crap. And then you put 2 on top. And you could take your flint and steel and you light it up. Okay, now that we have that lit, we're going to break this piece of obsidian here. That definitely didn't take all day. Now that we have that lit, we're actually going to call it an episode here. Now that we have our diamonds sorted out and I've talked you through what to do with them, we're going to be discussing something in the next video. I'm not sure what it is yet. I'll have to figure that out. But there will be a link up in the top right corner, I believe, if the video's up yet. If not, then there'll be another video up there. But if you want to check that out, then I'd appreciate it. It helps me out. And if you like this video, feel free to leave a like. It helps me out a lot, and it lets me know that you guys like these videos. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe as always for more videos and more tutorials. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.